Welcome back to my channel. Here we are going to be working on the curve of intersection or line of intersection of two solids. In this case, we have two cylinders or two cylindrical pipes with equal diameter. Two cylindrical pipes with equal diameter. So the first one that we worked on that we can see here. So these two cylinders are of unequal diameter. So now that we have two cylindrical pipes that are of equal diameter, so what are we going to get? And on this point is going to be a curve or lines. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do here is to draw a vertical center line. So we are going to draw a vertical center line here. So let me move to this side a bit. So we draw a vertical center line. So here is a vertical center line. So we have a vertical center line here. Okay, so this is a vertical center line. Okay, so here is a vertical center line. So I want to extend it. I want to go up a bit more than this. Okay, so we have the vertical center line. So the next thing that we are going to do is to draw a horizontal center line so that we can draw the circular base of the cylinder. So I will extend this a bit to this side. Okay, so now we have that diameter of the circular base of this vertical cylinder is 46 millimeters. The diameter of the circular base of this vertical cylinder is 46 millimeters. Its height is 90 millimeters. And for the horizontal cylinder, the diameter of its circular end is 46, while the length from here to here is 45 millimeters. So if we divide 46 by 2, so that will give us 23 millimeters. So let's take a measurement of 23 millimeters to draw. For us to draw the circle of the base of the vertical cylinder, so 23 millimeters. Here we have 23 millimeters. So put the pinpoint here and draw a circle. Draw a circle like this. So here we have this circle. So the next thing that we are going to do is to we come up a bit. Okay, so we are going to draw horizontal line here. So we draw horizontal line. So here we have the horizontal line. Then with the set square bringing it to this point on the circle, so we are going to draw a vertical line from this point. So we draw a vertical line up. So it goes up like this. Okay, so we are going to extend it. So we extend it a bit up. Okay, so then coming to this side here, we are going to draw a vertical line. So we draw a vertical line from here. Okay, so for us to draw the elevation of the vertical cylinder, so it goes up here like this. Okay, so the height of the vertical cylinder is 90 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 90 millimeters. It is 90 millimeters. And we are going to draw horizontal line. So we draw horizontal line through this point like this. Okay, so we have the vertical cylinder in place. So then for the horizontal cylinder, so we have this center line to be at midpoint of this height of the vertical cylinder. So that means distance from here to the center here along this line is 45 millimeters. So from the center here, we are going to take a measurement of 45 millimeters up, 45 millimeters up. So this is 45 millimeters. And we are going to draw a horizontal center line through this point. So we draw horizontal center line. So through this point for the horizontal cylinder. So it comes to this point. Okay. Now the next thing that we are going to do is that let's take a measurement of 45 millimeters from here. 45 millimeters from here. So this is 45 millimeters for the length of the horizontal cylinder, and we are going to draw a vertical center line. A vertical center line. So from this point, so we draw a vertical center line. So from here down. Okay. So we draw a vertical center line like this. Alright, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to take a measurement of 23 millimeters because the diameter of the circular end of the horizontal cylinder is also 46 millimeters, as we are dealing with two equal cylinders or two equal pipes. So we also have 23 here. So I put the pinpoint on the compass here and draw a semicircle. So we draw a semicircle like this, okay? And this semicircle we are going to divide into 6 equal parts. So we divide into 6 equal parts. So put at this point and draw an arc, and then put at this point. So draw an arc to this side, and also we draw an arc to this side. Then we put at this point here. So putting at this point here, so we draw an arc. So we draw an arc here, okay? Then I will bring it to this point here. Bring it to this point here. I will also draw a semicircle. So draw a semicircle like this, okay? So we have this now. So draw a semicircle here, okay? So we have this. Then we are going to divide this semicircle also into 6 equal parts. So we put the pinpoint here, okay? So we draw an arc here. So and then I put at this point here. So we draw an arc here, and we also draw an arc here. So then putting at this point, so we draw an arc here. So we are also divided this into 6 equal parts. So we are going to number the point on the semicircle. So let's number this. So I'm going to number this. So let's call this is 1, this is 0. So this is 1. Here is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then here I'm going to alternate the numbering. I will call this one, this is 0. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3 here at the center. Then here we have 2, this is 1, and this is 0. You have to alternate the numbering. Okay, so let's take note of that. The next thing that we are going to do now is that, so from this point 0 here, we are going to draw a horizontal line. And when you draw the horizontal line from this point, so we are going to make it a thick line at once. It must touch this circle. Why? Because they are of equal diameter. They are of equal diameter. So it must touch this point on the circle. So let's take note of that. Unlike this one that are of unequal diameter. So I'm drawing them side by side for you to see the difference or the differences between the two of them. So now, so we come up here also. So from this point 0, so we are going to draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line from this point, and we touch this point on the circle. So why? Because they are of equal diameter. All right, so we come up here. So coming up here from this point 3, so we draw a horizontal line from here to touch this point on the vertical cylinder, and we also come up here. We also draw a horizontal line from here, so touching the vertical cylinder at this point. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a line. So from this point, so we draw a line from this point on this semicircle. We draw a horizontal line into this vertical cylinder. So coming up here, we also draw a horizontal line from here into the vertical cylinder. So we come up here, we draw a horizontal line from here into the vertical cylinder, and then we come up here, we also draw a horizontal line from here into the vertical cylinder. Then we come down here, okay? We are going to draw a horizontal line from point 1. So from point 1 here, we draw a horizontal line to touch the circle. Then coming to point 2 here, we also draw a horizontal line touching the circle, okay? Then we come up here at point 2. We have done that of 3. We draw a horizontal line to touch the circle, and then from point 1 here, we draw a horizontal line touching the circle at this point. All right, so let's take note of everything that we are doing, okay? As I said, that we are dealing with 2 cylinders of equal diameter. Okay, so we are going to make this line. Let's make it a thick line at once. So make this a thick line from here to here, and then coming here, so we also draw this line. We make it a thick line from here to here, and then we also make this a thick line from here to here. All right, so then this line, we need to make it a thick line from this point to this end here, and then coming up here, we also draw a horizontal line from here, making this a thick line. All right, so now, so let's go and work on the curve of intersection or line of intersection of these 2 pipes that are of equal diameter. So let's look at it. So what we have to do here now is that we are going to draw, if you look at this point, so let's look at this. So this is line 3, horizontal line 3. touching the circle at this point, and we have already drawn is a vertical line. So this vertical line 3 here coming up here, it intersects horizontal line 3. This is horizontal line 3, they intersect at this point. So let's take note of this point. And then so if you go up here, we also have 3 here with this vertical line here, they intersect at this point. So let's take note of this. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do is that this line 2 here, it meets the circle at this point, touches the circle at this point. So from this point here, we are going to draw a vertical line. So we are going to draw a vertical line. So from this point, so where this horizontal line 2 touches the circle, so we draw a vertical line. So the vertical line goes up like this. Okay, so if you look at this vertical line, it intersects horizontal line 2. So it intersects horizontal line 2 at this point. So it intersects at this point here. Okay, all right, so I need to extend this to touch 2. So it goes up like this. Okay, so the vertical line 2, it intersects horizontal line 2 at this point, and it also intersects it at this point. Let's take note of this. Okay, then we are going to draw again. So horizontal line 1, it intersects the circle at this point. So we are going to draw a vertical line 1. So from this point, we draw a vertical line 1. It goes up like this. Okay, so the vertical line 1 intersects horizontal line 1 at this point. Okay, at this point here, and it also intersects at this point. Okay, so now, so if you look at horizontal line 0, if you look at it, so it touches the circle at this point, and if we go up like this, so it's along the center, so if we go up like this, so vertical line 0, horizontal line 0, they intersect at this point here. This is where they intersect. Okay, so let's take note of them. Okay, so we have this like this. Okay, so we also have this. So if you look at what we have here, this is not going to give us a curve. It's going to give us straight lines. This is what I mean. Look at this. So look at the point. They are aligned, or they are on the same on the same line. So we put this. So we join them together with a straight line. Okay. Then for this also, if you look at them, so they are arranged on a straight line. So let's join them together like this with a straight line. So we have this. Okay, so if you look at what we have here. Okay, so look at what we have here in this case now. Okay, so what we form here is that we have something like a triangle. That's something like a triangle, or two lines joined together to form the intersection of the two pipes. And the reason why we have it in this form, unlike what we have here, is that the two pipes are of equal diameter. But in this case, the two pipes are of unequal diameter. So that is the difference. So let's take note of what we have done here. We are still going to deal with more of these solids that intersect each other. So thank you. Keep on practicing. Take note of what we have done. God bless you.